Right, here we are, Palatial Palace in Clacton-on-Sea, with a guy we've met many times over the years. This is Albert Carter. For those of you who don't know Albert that well, his dad is Andy Carter, FIA European champion and so on Top Fuel. And obviously back in the day he was Outlaw Anglia and so on. And now we've got Albert here, who is now Outlaw Anglia, but your history, and we did meet in Manston a little while ago, but the noise and everything else there was very difficult. So we'll run through your history really. So obviously you started off very, very early at the age of 5, I guess, with go-karts.
Yeah, started off racing karts. I think I actually got in a kart when I was 3.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Done that for about, how many years would that have been? So I was about 12 or 13.
Yeah, 12, yeah.
Won a championship, over 150 karts in it. Then I went into mini stocks, done a season in that, got to red top. And then we decided to go into junior productions. We won the national points, but we also won the junior banger championship down at Ringwood.
Uh-huh.
And then the season after, I think what else we did the season after, we done the production again, but we also won the World of Shale that year as well.
Is that the, yeah.
With the production cars,
Production cars, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So so doing that sort of racing, kart racing, and then going into banger racing. Did you ever go at Aldershot?
Yeah, I raced at Aldershot a few times.
Yeah, it's cool up there. I think
it's
great
a good track.
Yeah, because they do all the other bits and pieces up there, and yeah, it's cool. It's a great track. And obviously, back in the day, you used to have Wimbledon. That's no longer there anymore.
Love that place.
Yeah,
raced there a few times.
Yeah. So that banger racing madness. You've got to be off your head.
I wouldn't say so. You just got to sort of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about predicting where the traffic's going to be and finding your way through, and knowing when to touch and hit things out of the way. You got to really know what
Is
you're doing.
there a lot of friendship in it, or is it once you get on the track like any other racing, it's different, or is it all sort of I'm going to take him out, I'm going to take him out?
There's a bit of respect
Right,
with the if you was a top driver, you would sort of you wouldn't spin each other out, you just nudge each other out of the way and try and race each other, where with some of the other drivers you might just put them in the wall.
Yeah.
There is a bit of camaraderie with it.
Yeah. So and then obviously as you went through the different driving and everything else, at what point did you want to move into drag racing?
Well, it got to about 2018, and I achieved a lot in over racing. I was the World of Shale champion, in the production cars, and I've done a lot with the over racing and the karting, and I was sort of thinking, well, where do I want to go next? And I thought, well, I want to get into drag racing.
Right.
And that's when I did the Frank Hawley School in 2019.
So what was that? Was that on? So that would have been alcohol cars? Or?
No, that was a super comp.
Oh, super comp, right? Okay.
I ran an 8. I think it was an 8.2 at 172.
Right, and how old was you then?
I was only 15.
15 then. Wow. Yeah. So that's a bit cool, isn't it?
Feels like a long time ago now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it does for me as well. But that Frank Hawley, everyone talks about Frank Hawley. Been doing it a very, very long time. People have come through the Hawley School over here, and done the driving with him at different levels. So some have been like alcohol, some have been funny car, and so on. And just an amazing teacher.
Oh yeah, he taught me quite a lot, and just not just about driving, but also the preparation and what's involved.
Yeah, it's almost like he's your crew chief.
Yeah, that's how he was.
While you're there, isn't it? Yeah.
And his experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So is that something you would like to go into later on, or stick where you are?
I'll be honest with you, I love driving.
Yeah.
That's my favourite thing. I enjoy, working on the car, but I enjoy driving. That's my strong point.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm, a lot older, maybe I could, be a crew chief and pass knowledge on, but not at the moment.
But no, would you like to do sort of a super pro or anything like that, or do you want to stick where you are?
I really enjoy Outlaw triangular. I would
Yeah.
like to do a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
And then I would like to, if I had enough money, I would like to go up to like maybe Pro Mod,
Yeah.
Fuel Funny Car,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe in Cannonball or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to go up.
So you were doing the Altereds or
Or a funny car.
yeah, so
Or
a
a Pro Mod.
nostalgia funny car. That sort of yeah. I mean that's another way to look forward to it, really. You know, and it's just building yourself up, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I know you love to drive and everything else, and you know, ultimately, funding wise, you know, I guess you want to go Top Fuel, like
I would like to go Top Fuel, or even Fuel Funny Car, Pro Mod.
yeah,
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Pro Mod is my favourite class, even
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
yeah,
I've just loved door cars, you know, all the different looks, and
yeah,
and it's really competitive over here now.
absolutely, yeah. It's a very big field now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that sort of interests me. I like the competitiveness.
Yeah. Big bucks.
Big bucks, but it's worth it.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's even more expensive than running a fuel flopper, isn't it? So yeah, it's great. So that's where you want to go. Now, obviously you had Ruby. You
Yeah.
took Ruby for many runs down at Manchester and then obviously at the pod. And then you decided you wanted to keep that as your street car.
Yeah, I decided to keep that as a street car.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the chassis is good on it. It can go 850, but it just needs so much work doing to it. And I had my dad's car sitting there, and we thought, well, that's all set up for racing. Might as well just go for
Yeah.
it.
So now, as you were saying earlier on, we was having a little chat. It's going off to Robinson's, get a little bit
Yeah.
of a change to it.
Well, because the last meeting we did, I think the front end was moving as I was going down the track. It's
Right.
very, very spindly, and you know I could
Yep.
feel it all moving. So
Yep.
we decided to put some extra bars in,
Yeah.
and hopefully that will fix it.
So the Robinsons are going to do that for you.
Yeah.
They're good at what they do, you know.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that'll bring some steadiness then.
Yeah.
So obviously with the car, you've only done a few launches and runs and everything else. You're getting used to the car. But
Yeah.
still, let's be fair, you're still done all right.
Yeah, we done
You got
really
through
well.
got through the field all right.
Yeah, got to the final.
Yeah,
First
yeah.
meeting. I think we done about 6 or 7 runs. I haven't even done a full pass yet.
Yeah.
Been letting off near the end because it's getting very twitchy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So what was your time? 8.
8.6 and the top speed was 152.
Okay, a lot more in it then.
Oh yeah, there's more in it. It's just getting the handling near the top end.
So that's it. So that was your dad's old car that he used to race.
No.
Oh.
This car's never raced.
Oh, right, okay.
This was my dad built this in 2019. Literally, it was built by Chris Isaacs, full tube
Yeah, Chris
chassis.
Isaacs, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not my dad's old red one.
Ah, right, okay. I didn't know if you had a spray up or whatever. Oh, fantastic, you know. So that's really cool. So, yeah. So, Carter Motorsport is moving on very nicely
Yeah.
in your hands. Yeah, that's cool. So, let's... you have this massive need for speed.
Oh yeah, I love speed. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, you look at different things. I think you're going about it the right way. You know, you've got a good teacher with Andy, and you all say the same thing. There's a clash between you, which is fine. That's father son and everything else. But at the end of the day, he's still out there. He's still on the track with you. He's doing the stuff. He knows what he's talking about. Everyone knows what he's talking about. But this is Albert and not Andy, and that makes all the difference for you as well.
Yeah, I think the reason why sometimes we bicker is because we're very similar personalities.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. yeah.
I think that's what it is, and I think he's I don't know what the word is, but I think he's sort of, you know, he's very competitive, the same as me, and we're like trying to work out what we're going to do next.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just bicker, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's obvious, isn't it? You know, I mean, even you know, like Andy when he was doing his race and all that, he'd have his bickering moments and everything, like everybody does. You know, and at the end of the day, everyone wants to win.
yeah,
And that's what it's all about. And you know, I looking at the other racers as well, everyone has this big need for speed. You know, obviously you've got the lights now of Dale Leaks, who's come into a Top Fuel funny car now after doing motorbikes and
Yeah.
everything else. You know, great advert for the sport. good friends Kevin Kent doing it, Steve Ashdown, they're doing it. He had a bit of a nightmare at the end of last season, and all those people, Kev Chapman's trying to get back out there. So there's a good field there, a little bit less now of Top Fuel, but at the end of the day, these people want to win, and they will do whatever they have to win. And then you've got the likes of Leah Kellett and Pete Walters and all those guys, the Housers. They're all doing the same thing with a need to win.
Yeah.
And the sport over here is going through a really big change, I think, now. Definitely a big change.
Yeah.
And a lot of younger people are coming through. I remember when a lot of these people, the Pete Walters, the Scott Housers, the Kelletts, all junior dragsters back in the day, the McDonald's. Every single one of them out there, and then they're now doing it.
We're talking about the sport making a change. I think Manston and Melbourne, I think they're good for the sport.
They are.
Get people in.
Yeah.
Especially what Paul's doing down at Manston, hosting the no preps.
Yeah.
That gave me a start.
Yeah, you was down
part.
there. Yeah.
And I think it's good.
Yeah.
People go down there and then they think, what, I want to go a little bit faster, and then they start seeing proper drag cars.
Yeah.
And then they think, I want one of them. But if you didn't have that,
exactly,
then I think the sport, it's hard to get into the sport.
Yeah.
And I think that's an opportunity to get people in.
So when you was down at Manston, did a lot of people come up and chat to you and ask what was going on? And because you've got Andy there, but you've got your knowledge as well. You've got a good crewmate as well with you, and so you guys have got a fair bit of experience. And if people want to move on and do stuff, they can do it. It's very impressive down there. The track's a lot longer down there now as well.
Yeah.
So he's done a lot of work down there. He's put a lot of effort into it. And
because like last year, my dad helped me out away from the track, but at the track, he didn't really want to be there.
Yeah.
So it was just me and my mate running the car.
Yeah.
And we actually did quite good considering it was just me and him. We learnt a lot.
Yeah.
Learning the setup and how to tune carbs and stuff that we don't really know much about because that's a lot of the older generation.
Yeah.
And we've learnt
from them.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I think when you're getting people coming up to you, chatting to you and everything else, I think it's great that you've got that experience to give to them and advice as well, I guess, at the end of the day. You're not, like you've got the knowledge there, but every time, and when I spoke to you originally, you've got this thing where you're wanting to learn.
Yeah, I want to learn,
Yeah, and so even then, Andy was saying, oh, well, you need to do this and this next time, and you went out there and you done it, and you had some interesting races down there. It was
it was really good.
Yeah, and it was pretty impressive what you was doing down there. I think you was up against
Raced Phil Druitt on one of the days.
Yeah.
Who else did we race?
Brett. Did you race Brett?
I can't remember the guy's name, but it was a big 51 Chevy with like a big blower on it, like a black car.
Brett. Yeah. Oh, was it Brett or
I can't remember his
name. I can't remember now. But all them races we saw you do down there, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
And just take it all on board and
learning.
And then so that from Ruby to this car now, a lot more work involved in it.
Oh yeah, a lot more work.
Yeah. So and you're learning all the time.
Oh yeah, learning all different sorts of things.
So that to me, when you're going down the track and then you're getting the twitches at the top end and everything else, and so obviously you then pass that on. So now it's going to Andy Robinson, and it's going to get
because he set the car up originally.
Yeah.
He done a really good job on the forelink and the front end. But I think it's just where the car's quite light. I don't think he's got enough bars and things are moving. And I'm very sensitive.
Yeah.
I can feel everything in the car.
That's good.
And I can feel that something's moving on the front.
Yeah. So it's just a little adjustments and then you'll be happy. You've got some interesting competition in Outlaw.
Oh yeah, we've got Colin Miller.
Yeah.
He's a good competitor.
Yeah.
Hard but fair racer.
Yeah.
You got Jed Guy trying to run big numbers.
Yeah. And where are they? What sort of difference you are now to them?
So Colin Miller can run in the sixes. Same as Jed Guy.
Yeah.
You've got Rob Brindle.
Yeah.
He's quite similar to us. He runs an 8.2.
Yeah.
He's a good and hard but fair racer.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got some good people in there. It is a good class.
I think it's a class actually. Like last year, I felt like the class was sort of declining, but this year I feel like there's actually a bit of Spark.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple there. You got Ronnie Mercer running in the 8s.
Yeah.
I think the other name. It's a guy with a black pop. It's a street pop. It runs in the 8s. Danny Wilson.
Danny Wilson.
He's
Yeah.
running in the 8s.
Yeah.
There's a couple of cars running in the 9s.
Yeah, it is a good field. There's about 15,
Yeah.
isn't it? Something
And
like
they're
that.
And there's quite a few cars running in the 9s. There's a few in the 8s, and it's very competitive racing.
Yeah, and it's not bracket. It's just
Heads up.
heads up.
But
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's fantastic, you know, and you know the experience you give yourself every time you go there. Obviously, Santa Paul's an amazing track, so you know
Yeah.
to race on and everything else. But
Amazing prep.
oh yeah, absolutely. But you know, have you been to Melbourne before?
I went up there a couple of years ago. I had a 1 series, which was a drift car. I went up there and did a rumpy brung in it.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's a lot better up there as well. Now, obviously, Manson you've been to, you'll probably go back down there again.
Yeah, I would like to go there. I would also like to go to Melbourne as well.
Yeah, we're definitely going up there and give it a go because we've been invited and everything else, and so you know it's nice to be meeting people like yourself because you're the younger generation coming through now. Yeah, there's a lot of the young people out there now that I've got huge respect for, and you know my experience comes from the 80s and everything else. We're all getting old and silly and everything and everything else now, but with you people coming through and bringing the sport forward, I think it's great. You know.
Yeah, it's like my best mate. He's my mechanic, and he was with me last year.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really sure if he was going to like drag racing,
Right.
but he's gone mad on it.
Yeah.
Same as me.
So do you go where do you get a lot of your training from?
What do
Just
you mean?
yourselves, you know, like with the engines and everything else. Do you get advice from people or?
Well, my dad's got a lot of experience with engines.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Me, mostly looking at stuff like magazines and
Yeah.
looking at how they're built and
Yeah, on YouTube.
Just
and
learning and stuff, yeah.
No, that's cool. And what do you do daytime then, Albert?
I'm a postman.
Oh, excellent. So you used to go round.
Yeah. I work long hours. I work from 5 o'clock in the morning
Wow.
till 6 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Mostly every day. of
So
the week.
is that like double? So it's a double shift, really.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Well, because I'm technically supposed to start at 7.
Yeah.
And my boss lets me do overtime in the morning.
Right.
Then I do a couple of hours in the afternoon.
Pays for the car.
Yeah, it does. And I quite enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
you being out and about and
Fresh
meeting
air.
people and
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? No, I would. Yeah.
it keeps you fit as well.
Yeah,
Because you're
you need
walking
to
on
be.
your feet.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've got a lot of heavy bags as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So there you are. You know, you want to boost, you know, your income. You want to move forward. You've got great people around you, everything else. So ultimately, then, let's say 5 years time. Where do you want to be 5 years time?
I would like to have either like a pro mod or a Feel Funny car or some sort of pro car.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would want to be up. Want to run with the big boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool. Superb. So if we'll have a chat afterwards. But yeah, so what I want to do is catch up with you later on in the season.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's your sort of early doors with the car and everything else and competitive class.
Oh yeah, it's a competitive class. Yeah.
And now you're going, you know, and you'll be up against these people. Even Colin is still driving the car as well as top fuel now.
Yeah.
Madman. But he is Scotch, so he can't help that. Colin, love you, mate. So yeah, but no, I think you've got some good people around you. So I really do appreciate what you've got, where you've come from, and the experience that you're bringing forward as well.
I think I'm happy I didn't start out in junior dragster. I'm happy I went into karting and then over racing because I think I learned a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Racing in the wet, racing on shale, and things happening around you. I think I picked up a lot of
And bangers.
skills. Yeah, that taught me a lot of skills as well.
Yeah, that's madness. But it's brilliant. I love it. Did you ever do caravan
Nah,
bangers?
we weren't allowed to do that.
No. That's awesome. That's mental, but that's good fun. Yeah. I'll carry on doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
Thank you for travelling down today.
that's all right.
It's a bit of a journey for you, You know, the M25 car park.
Biggest car park in Europe.
It is world. Yeah, so it's amazing to see you.
You too, Nige.
And we'll definitely catch up later
Yeah,
on.
we'll
Yeah,
have to catch up.
yeah, okay. Say hello to Mum and Dad for us.
Oh, I will do.
Yeah, and sending our love to them. And good luck with the season. When are you next out?
It'll be the Sportsman Nats, which is 13th and 14th of June.
And you're not, so you're not at the main event or any of
Nah,
those? No, yeah.
because it's non-MSA this year out in regular.
That's right, yeah. Oh, that's all right, yeah. So that'd be cool. Yeah, carry on and good work.
Cheers, Nigel.
Albert, it's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you
Nice
for
one.
this.
Top man, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,